So, based on the people remaining in the World Cup and their players, who do you think might win?
Well, I think Belgium and France have the best chances of winning. Whoever comes out of that game is almost guaranteed to win the World Cup. It's still going on as we speak. I believe it's still tied 0-0 going into halftime. And I do like Belgium's chances of winning the World Cup because they've won 24 straight games in a row.
How about you?
Well, I think England or Croatia had the best chance, just because if you look at Croatia, they have a very good team, and they were undefeated in the qualifiers, undefeated in the group stage, and undefeated in the knockout stages, of course. So with all these like wins and having not lost in quite a long time, I think they can win. But if you're trying to argue for England, they've played a team that's been very heavy on the defense in Sweden. They've played a team that's been very heavy on the attack in Colombia. So they're kind of really prepared for any team that's coming up. And then Belgium hasn't really played any top class teams or teams that are top notch very lately, except for the most recent Brazil. So I think that their true talent hasn't really been displayed yet.
Well, I think that even if Belgium loses, I still think that France is better than both Croatia and England. Like France is just better than them, like period. Like France is a very good team. I actually watched the Uruguay France game. France has a very nice pace. They have a lot of guys in their prime. Even if Belgium does lose, France definitely will win. I really like France's chances of winning.
Well, France has a couple question marks, like their fullbacks. You have Pavard on the right, who is really a center back for his club, who just got out of the number 2 Bundesliga, and they just graduated into the Bundesliga. He plays center back, and he doesn't really have the pace to support players coming down the edges. Like you see Ashley Young, Kieran Trippier, even Eden Hazard for Belgium, and Perisic for Croatia. So you have a lot of question marks in the defense because there's a huge vulnerability with Pavard at fullback. And then for their attacking threats, I mean, they're relying on a 19-year-old to score 3 goals a game to give them really the opportunity to win.
Do you think Croatia proved themselves by being able to beat Lionel Messi in Argentina, like 3-0 and more?
No, I don't think they really proved themselves. A lot of teams were able to beat Argentina. If it wasn't for the last day miracle, then Argentina wouldn't have even made it into the knockout phase. And then they promptly got knocked out by France in the round of 16. So, no, I don't think that win was really all that miraculous. Denmark wasn't really that good. And Russia, let's face it, was only in the quarterfinals because they were the home team. So no, I don't think Croatia has proved themselves yet. I do think that they will lose to England unless it goes to penalty shootouts.
So England beat Colombia. Do you think that guarantees that? Do you think England might have a better chance of winning, seeing that they know how to upset?
Well, I feel like that England-Colombia game wasn't really an upset, but they have pulled off a lot of upsets in recent times. So I feel like their experience in being able to upset has been like a very helpful thing for them. And Croatia is really exhausted right now, so I think England will get past Croatia, because if Croatia beat England, then they're not really going to be that exhausted because they're going to have time to rest before the World Cup final. But right now, Croatia's coming off 2 straight real tough games.
Well, in my opinion, just back to who has the best chance of winning it. I don't think.
Oh, looks like we have a caller. Hello?
What's up, guys? Very excited to be on the show. First time, long time caller. Just had a question. This is kind of your thoughts on Belgium. Obviously they're really talented. They have Hazard, they have Courtois, they have Vertonghen, they have De Bruyne, they have I can go on Lukaku, I can go on and on. I feel like they're a really talented team, and I feel like if they do anything but win this World Cup, it's kind of a disappointing year for them. Just kind of want to know your thoughts on that. I'll hang up.
Well, seeing you were cut off, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, Belgium has a very good chance of winning the World Cup because they've just been playing really good soccer lately. They beat England, even though England even admitted they wanted to lose that game. But they did beat Brazil, and as of now, they're tied with France. And I definitely think that Belgium, if they beat France, they're definitely better than England, in my opinion. They've done a lot of amazing things, and they're certainly better than Croatia. So Belgium has just been really good this year for like some not very big country, and I just think they've impressed us all.
So, what do you think is going to be the final matchup at the end of the World Cup? Like, whoever the 4 teams that are remaining, who do you think is going to win between Belgium, Croatia, France, and England?
Well, I think it's going to come down to England versus France, and I feel like England will prevail in that matchup.
Well, for Franklin Riebling and Julian Green, I'm Zacchaeus Noble signing off.